we're watching an apocalypse happening, like unfolding in front of us while the sun rises, and we know that God is with us. Even though I was an atheist like my whole life, I know God was with me and that He's gonna keep me safe. And no matter what I do right now, from that point on, keep me safe and He's gonna take me home.
Heroes of Israel 24. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. If this is your first time, welcome. My name is Dvir Fisher. I'm 23 years old. I'm a medic and combat soldier in the 551 Brigade. I was injured in Gaza by a sniper on November 2023 and had a miracle. Episode number 9 is my personal story in English. You're welcome to go and have a listen. And I'm hosting Tal Avni with me today. Me and Tal, we met at a music party about 2 months ago, and we connected immediately, and I'm really excited to give you his story. Hi, Tal. How are you?
I'm doing well, man. How are you?
I'm good.
So my name is Tal. I'm 24 this month.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. I was born and raised here in South Tel Aviv, in Kiryat Shalom. I'm doing real estate in Pittsburgh the last 4 years, doing it remotely, and just started a new startup with my cousin like a couple months ago. I've got 2 sisters. I'm the older one.
You went to the Nova Festival on the 7th of October. But
Right.
before that, I want you to tell me some background about the Nova Festival. What's it like? What's the community behind it? Why is it so special?
So as you already know, the trance community of like the trance music community here in Israel is like very vast. Like almost every single person that passes the age of, let's say, 19 or 20 went to at least 1 or 2 like trance parties. And this is something that is very known to be loved and very accepted here in Israel. The trance community here is the community of love, just dancing, feeling free, without any judgment, just listening to good music with your people, meeting new people. We go all around. Like, as most of you know, Israel has very different terrains in it, even though it's really small. So you can find a party in the woods. You can find a party in some type of jungle. You can find a party in the desert. You can find a party on the beach. So there's like all these places, and we love the nature in general. We love traveling, and we love hearing music and dancing and being with our friends. And that's what this community is all about, just being good to each other and dancing and feeling free.
And you got to the Nova Festival on Friday.
Yeah, I got on Friday night.
How was it?
It was amazing at the beginning.
It was a good party.
It was a good party. It was the first big party the first festival that I went to. Because usually we going to like small parties. I like it more. I like the family vibes, like up to 500 people, something like this. And the Nova Festival was huge. It was like 3,000 people.
He brought a lot of different DJs from all over the world and a lot of different producers from all over the world. That's why it was so like big and special.
Yeah, they had all the best producers and like DJs. It was like a collaboration with the Universal Paralelo in Brazil. And yeah, it was big. People from all around the world came to this party. People from all the the niche communities here just joined up together to one big party to just enjoy each other's company and dance together and just enjoy the festival and the holidays.
What was your highlight of the party for the first part of it?
So the highlight of the party was after we made like the whole camp. It was all fixed. We sat down together. We had a drink together, and then we were 22 people. We all went to the party itself.
From the tents area.
Yeah, like the tent area was a different area than the actual party. We all headed out like a whole tribe from the tents to the dance floor, just this hype.
An amazing moment.
Yeah.
And then you enjoyed the party, had fun, danced with your friends. And what happened on 6:30?
So on 6:30, everything changed. We were all at the dance floor, everybody just dancing together, watching the sunrise. Just another beautiful day. The music stopped. We didn't really realize what was going on. Everybody was like, "Hey, what's going on? Yeah, put on the music back. What's happening?" And then like the DJ or one of the producers like came up to the mic and said, "Listen, it's a red siren. Everybody like try to take cover or lay down on the floor with your hands on your head." We did it. I was
And it's something, we got used to, Israelis,
Yeah.
Let's use a siren. So, let's just wait for it to pass.
We got used to it, but the difference was we were in such a beautiful moment, just pure love, just everybody enjoying themselves and each other's company, and dancing and listening to good music. And then 1 second, we got to lay down on the floor again, as we are used to go through it. So at the beginning, because I grew up in Tel Aviv, usually in Tel Aviv, like once in a while, a missile actually falls. So it was different to me to be so close to the Gaza Strip. Like I was real terrified. I didn't know what to do. Like there's no shelter. We can't do shit. Just lay on the floor and lay on the ground and hope God is with us. And then like my friend used to, when he was in the army, he used to be there like in the Gaza area. So he told me, listen, it's normal. They're doing it almost every Friday or like Saturday. It's all good. Then a couple minutes later, he told me, listen, it's not normal. Something's going on. Let's go. We went back to the tent area. Then the first missile actually fell. It was like you could like literally feel it. You can hear the whistle, and it's and the whole thing. We're just looking at each other like, let's get the fuck out of here. We're just grabbing water and like whatever we can with our hands and the car keys. We break through the fence, going to the car, going out through the traffic because everybody was running away. Then we got out. There was one police officer that told us to go to take the right turn, which was going south to Egypt, like to that side. We decided not to do it, so we went back to Tel Aviv, to the center of Israel. We decided it's gonna be safer there. We started like driving. Started driving fast. I texted my mom that I'm on my way home. Everything's okay. Then a couple minutes later, the whole traffic just stopped, and everybody was driving fast a minute ago. I was looking through the window like this, and then I saw like a terrorist. Then I heard something in Arabic, and we heard like 10 or 20 shots. I was looking at Jonathan. He was looking at me. It was like Kalashnikov. I'm putting in reverse, then gas again, reverse gas, running away. I'm seeing that I'm the first car to be able to run away. The rest of them stay there and got shot. And I'm opening up the window. I'm rolling down the windows, and I'm yelling to everybody in the other cars, just, there's a terrorist over there. Fucking go around or go the other side. It's not just missiles. We also got a bunch of terrorists. That time we thought it's gonna be like 3 or 4 terrorists, which is also like
Crazy amount
for terrorists. Yeah. But then when we drove to the other side, I saw a couple of like special ops, like in our side, Israelis. I was like, okay, something's going on. They're gonna take care of it. It's gonna take a while. We went to the other side, and then in Re'im.
But it's gonna be fine. Like, another thing, maybe,
Yeah.
this time there's also a group of terrorists. It's not just rockets, but like,
Yeah, like
you'll be fine.
4 or 5. We're gonna take care of them. We got an army. Then we went to the other side to Re'im, and in Re'im also we like were shot at. We had to turn around again. We went to take shelter in one of the little like shelter boxes that they had outside. When I was inside, my friend John, he was talking to his brother-in-law, and he told him like, listen and listen good. The shit is going down right now. Get your ass up out of there right fucking now. Don't listen to anybody. Don't stop. Like, you don't know how many, like, they got 40 or 50 terrorists. 40 or 50 terrorists. Like, the perspective before October 7th, it was like, damn,
Yeah.
40 terrorists, like a whole.
He was your guy in the chair.
Yeah. We had a guy in the back office, and
At
he was
home.
giving us, information live always. Jonathan pulled me out from the shelter and told me, listen, we gotta get out of here. Everybody around you is gonna die if you're gonna stay here. Let's get the fuck out of here now. He pulled me out. We went back to the car. We kept on driving, stopped, kept on driving, stopped again because of like the rockets. And then at some point we saw a police officer going to like off-road on some kind of dirt road. We went after him. He disappeared at some point, but then we realized something really big is going on because we saw thousands of people like running from the party area to just towards the sun, towards like
Just
running
running
away.
east.
Yeah.
The farthest you can from Gaza.
We kept on like driving, picked up people. People wanted to go down, like to not go with us, then go with us again, then not go with us. It was a whole mess. That at some point we decided we're going against everybody's instincts. We're doing what we think is right, and we're taking risk, and this is what's gonna happen. And meanwhile, we saw everybody like running through the like the fields. The car stopped. Like we were a bunch of cars driving away, and a lot of people running away as well. And the car stopped, and I was honking at it, like, what's going on? Why the fuck aren't you driving? And he got out, was all worked up. I was thinking, damn, he's gonna fight with me right now. We're running away from terrorists and rockets. Then I saw he went the other way to the like passenger seat. I went around him because I didn't want to get stuck behind him. Then I looked at him and I saw him crying on his dead girlfriend. Just she's barely like responding, going like this with like 10 bullet holes in her upper body. Yeah, just realizing like,
This is the moment you realize
how
something big.
big. Yeah, and she was younger than me, and she was a girl. She was a beautiful girl, and she lost her life for nothing. She just went to a party with her boyfriend. Yeah, she was like 18 or 19. She was young. We went the other side. We found a way to go through like a semi-main road. We got tackled between terrorists and our forces again, just in the middle because it was a crossroad. We needed to take a left turn in the intersection and then just keep on driving straight till we get home. We tried to take the left, then we saw a bunch of cops with M16s aiming towards us and telling us like, move aside, we're tackled. I looked at the mirror, I saw a couple of Toyotas. I asked the cops like, where should I go? And they told me like, this side, just go. I said, okay. I drove away. Then Jonathan told me, listen, this way that we're driving right now, it doesn't lead us nowhere. Turn around. I don't care if you run them over. Turn around right now and drive home. I turned around. Meanwhile, the cops, they took a little bit forward to try to defeat the terrorists. And we had like barely but enough space to pass with the car without hitting them or going off-road again. We passed that. We kept on going straight home happily. And then the most intense part came. Like we went up a hill, and when you're going up a hill, your view is very like slim. You can barely see something. Then at the hilltop, we saw like what was in front of us. We saw that we're gonna head towards tens, if not hundreds, of missiles falling constantly while we're seeing it and talking about it like it's still happening. Like meanwhile, we're talking about we cannot go back. We gotta go forward. Meanwhile, we're saying it.
The road is exploding.
Road is exploding, and we realize that if we go back, it's 100% chance that we're gonna die. If we go forward, it's like 40% that we're gonna die. And we got better chances. It was way worse, but we thought we had a better chance going through this like minefield. Then when we started driving towards it, I felt like a little nudge on my shoulder. I looked at Jonathan. I saw he was looking away. I asked him, "Did you touch me?" He said no. And why? Like I felt the little touch. I had chills all over my body, and the whole fear feeling that I had, and the whole like anxiety that I felt at the time just vanished, disappeared in a second. And I told him like, "Listen, if you didn't touch me right now, God is with us, and He's gonna keep us safe. We can we can roll up the windows, we can put on some music. We play some R&B, some Jeremiah, while the whole world is we're watching an apocalypse happening, like unfolding in front of us, while the sun rises in the desert, and we know, even though we're going through a minefield, we know that God is with us. Even though I was an atheist like my whole life, I knew God was with me and that He's gonna keep me safe. And no matter what I do right now, from that point on, even though it's God's day off, He's still gonna keep me safe and He's gonna take me home.
So you just kept on driving?
Yeah. Meanwhile, the road is exploding. The car got like fragments in it from missiles. But we didn't care. I felt like Vin Diesel at that point, and I knew that God is on our side and He's gonna keep us safe because it's not my time yet.
Wow. And then eventually you just got home?
Yeah, we got to Jonathan's home. We sat down, we saw what's going on with our friends.
The guy in the chair.
Yeah, the guy in the chair, the background guy, he busted in the apartment. Like he didn't even tell us that he's gonna come. He just busted in. You don't know what you just dodged. Look at it. And he shows us fucking decapitations and everything that was going on. The same place that I was. If I was staying at the same shelter, at the same time that he was calling Jonathan and telling him to pull me out of there, no matter what, if I wouldn't have listened, I would have been
In those videos.
Yeah.
Either
Like,
kidnapped or dead.
so close to being that. And instead of even doing the right decisions, having God on your side, and it just wasn't our time and our friends' time. Luckily, our close friends, they came with us. All of them are still alive.
The whole tribe.
Well, and the whole tribe. I did lost a friend who grew up with me and was in my class for 9 years, Daniel. We did lost another friend, Naor Levy. We're still losing friends in the war.
And those who are kidnapped also.
We had a lot of people kidnapped. Israel is still a small country. Everybody knows like somebody.
Yeah. And, I think people don't really realize, because they see the numbers, but 1,200 people, 1,300 people out of a population of 9 million people is kind of like 30,000 Americans in like modern time America. So like this is how big it is.
Yeah.
It may seem small, but Israel is a tiny country and like
big families too.
And nobody has avoided it, and everybody has been affected
in some type of way. Yeah. Every single person that I know was affected in more than one way. Even Jonathan that ran away with me and got out of there. He lost his best friend. She was a beautiful young girl. Her name was Libby, and just a lot of beautiful young souls that only went out to dance with their friends were killed just because we were born here in Israel, and nothing more than that. So we were all people and I'm saying we're, even though we still are, even though it's difficult right now, but we are all people of love. We just want to thrive and create stuff and help the world and bring value. And I think that the world sees how good we are at it. We're the startup nation for a reason. There's a reason we are able to have this interview in a language that is not even ours, and is not the only language that we both speak. besides Hebrew. I think we have already made it clear how Israelis and the Israeli nation can contribute to the Western society and society in general. So I think it's not up to us right now to show the world that we're okay. I think we've been showing it the whole time. I think it's
And war is terrible, but
war is terrible.
we didn't
Well,
choose this war.
we
You went to
didn't.
a party.
I went to a party, and my friends and their friends got killed because of no reason. And this is the point. I think they, like all the Palestinian people and all the people living in the West Bank and Gaza, they need to show the world what they are able to provide and what value they can create, and just show them they're good at so many things. Just do those things instead of putting all the efforts and all the resources against Israel.
Yeah, and then also I think we're just a little sliding off. But I'll just say, I think the country of Israel is not going anywhere, and the world should accept it.
Yeah.
Because it's our right just to live and have a country of our own, the Jewish people. And I think our enemies around us, and not only around us, should accept it, because this war just can't last forever, and we don't want it to last.
Yeah. We're all waiting for it to end.
Yeah, and just in general, we're a nation of peace, and we never wanted any of the wars, but we will do whatever we need to do to protect ourselves and just to have the right to live and go to parties in our own land without the fear of being kidnapped and murdered.
Yeah.
What was your hardest moment since everything has happened? Now, a little more than half a year after October 7th.
It's like post-traumatic moments when you get thrown back to the situation of not being able to do nothing. Like I'm used to going to like walking through the streets no matter where I go with a lot of confidence because I know that I can react if somebody is like trying to do something to me or trying to do like playing too much. But in this case, it was with such massive like weapons and numbers and hate. Like I didn't have a couldn't talk to them. Like they kill Arabs, they kill Muslims in Israel. They killed a lot of Muslims. That went to the party. They kidnapped a lot of Muslims.
No, they didn't care.
They didn't care at all.
And does it surprise you, like in the everyday? Do you find yourself more ready for bad stuff to happen, or like stuff that throw you back for that moment?
So after the whole thing happened, like the Nova production with a lot of other people who contributed a lot, they made like a safe space with a lot of massages and psychologists and psychiatrists and people from the government that can help us
To get better.
to get better and to get help and to get help from the government itself. It was amazing. They really helped a lot of people that was in the party and did make it through. One of the hardest moments that I had since it all started was when we went back from this safe space that they had back to Tel Aviv, back home, and then the whole traffic stopped. And by coincidence, there was like 4 or 5 police cars at the moment at the same place, and we were all like survivors of the car, 5 people, like meshed up in a small car, survivors, and the whole thing stops, and we see everybody leaving their cars. We're like, "Fuck is going on? Are we really gonna go through this again?" And we were trying to hear if there's sirens or something, and there wasn't. Then we asked like the police officer what was going on. They told us that there was a siren and we didn't hear it, like because it takes a little bit of time for the traffic to actually get like to us. It was hard. It was crazy.
Something really similar happened to me also with my family. We were on a trip in the Golan Heights, not long ago. It was the side of the Golan Heights that is in the border with Jordan, close to the Galilee Sea. We were all driving, and then at some junction, army car just stopped and told us all just to wait. And it created a long line of cars. And I wasn't in the Nova, and like none of my family, and I don't know if any of the people in the car jam were as well. But it was, as an Israeli collective, we were all like,
Yeah.
well, we're right next to the border, and the army car tells us to stop. It just creates a jam. What are we in the Nova? Like, we saw what happened once. We're not gonna go it again. We want to
Yeah.
my dad called the police and told them I don't know what this jam is about, but let us drive. Like, it's not safe. It happened once already. They did, but it showed me
Yeah.
how, as an Israeli collective, we all have it in our system now, even if you weren't even there.
Yeah. I think a lot of people that weren't even there suffered the most because they weren't there. They don't know how it really feels, so they assume it feels so bad, and it did. But like I saw a lot of people that weren't even there that experienced the whole thing is like more traumatic than I did, and I was,
Because of all the videos also as well. It's
yeah.
something that is very
Everybody in the country saw videos that nobody in modern society should ever watch, and nobody,
no human beings.
no human being should ever know such hatred and such like devilish acts. Like, I've never thought that I'm gonna see it happening here in our land from someone else.
It's also
Crazy.
something that is crazy, seeing all those videos, because Hamas and everyone who were with them, they got in Al Jazeera reported with them, and they filmed everything live, and now they're saying they didn't do it. So this is another crazy thing that the world doesn't even understand. Like, how can you claim something didn't happen if you filmed it on live with
Yeah.
actual body cams?
Yeah.
And now the whole society just said it didn't happen. So that's crazy.
They can say we will always remember that, for the world to know that the thing that just happened is never gonna happen again. Like 100%, it's not gonna happen again. Not even close.
Yeah, we said never again after the Holocaust. October 7th reminded us what the Jewish people will suffer if we don't have a country and an army to protect ourselves.
Exactly.
My dad wants to ask this question. Do you feel that society accepts people with PTSD, even though you don't see it on them?
Yeah, very, like here in Israel, especially after what happened, such a large percentage of people all of a sudden gain PTSD or like other traumatic types of the like disorders. And yeah, I felt it like this Purim, like our type of Halloween. Usually, especially like in those neighborhoods like ours, you hear a lot of like firecrackers, but not the light type. Like,
Strong ones,
yeah,
like the real firecrackers.
yeah. And for the first time ever, because a week before Purim and a week after Purim, you hear that nonstop. It feels like a war zone. Nonstop. Every 5 seconds, you hear a big boom. And this year, throughout the whole like 3-week period of Purim, I heard, I think 4 or 5, which is usually what we hear in less than 20 minutes in Purim. So
Oh, crazy.
yeah, so I think even the jerks and even the little guy, like the little kids that don't even care and don't give a shit about anybody, they also got someone who's traumatic who told them, listen, if you're gonna fuck around and like explode all the firecrackers and stuff, I'm gonna get you. Don't play.
Yeah, and probably they care too. I
Yeah.
think. In this moment in the car, before you felt God touch you, did you feel like you need to summarize your life? Did they flash in front of your eyes?
They didn't fly against my ass, but I felt sorry for myself. I felt so sorry that I was put in such a situation that if I go back I'm getting shot for sure. And if I'm going forward, I'm going through a landmine, and it's not like a 5 meter landmine with two mines in it. It's like 10 kilometer or a bit more. This is the whole thing is just bombed constantly, and
You were like, what the fuck is happening? I'm just
yeah,
going to a party.
yeah. I just went to a party. I didn't sleep the whole night. Like we were dancing the whole night. I was a little drunk still. How am I supposed to be dodging rockets and driving 200 kilometers an hour, meanwhile being shot at? It's crazy, but we did it.
You did it.
We did
That's
it.
the important thing.
Yeah.
What did you find out about yourself in general after October 7th?
I found out that I can be intimidated too. I never felt that way before because, like I told you, I always had confidence, like wherever I go, because I'm trained. So I knew that if something pops out, I know how to react.
This is a good time to remind that Tal has been first place in judo in Israel when you were 14.
Yeah.
It's important to know.
Yeah.
Scary person. Don't.
Not too scary.
No, not scary at all.
But yeah, I always had the confidence, and I know that I can like act appropriately when something happens. And in this case, I couldn't do nothing. Like we really couldn't do anything. So that changed. Now I know that there are threats that if I'm not armed, what can I do against like 10 guns? They got RPGs, they had everything.
Do you feel like you kind of grew out of it, not just found fear?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm still growing. We're still in a war, we're still losing friends.
But how do you grow out of it, and what do you do now?
You try to conquer those fears. You try to go out of comfort zone, which became way smaller since October 7th. And just keep on living. I'm doing the new startup thing that I told you about.
What is it?
It's called Lente AI.
I'll put a link below.
Yeah, you can put a link below. Just something for festivals, for weddings, for parties. We took some AI, we took some photography world and meshed them up together and created this project.
I'll put the link down if you want to explore more of that, and maybe also donate some to help the cause. So how would you feel like you're back to you? Like you're back to normal, to a normal life, to a normal Tal? Or do you feel like that already?
No, I think I'm in the process. I don't think I can ever be 100% normal again after what happened. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know it is.
Like we're just mammals. We're just animals, and sometimes animals fight. And something ancient in my genes was awakened this day, and once something is awakened, it cannot be put down to sleep again. So it's awakened. I'm always aware of the situation that is going on around me. I'm always planning. If something happened, this is what I do in this situation. So you think differently, think more survivally, something like this.
You know, I really connect to what you said. Like I never heard it before about the genes, but I really, really, you know, I feel like that a little too.
Yeah, I think half of the country after this war is relating to this.
What's your dream in life?
My dream is to save the environment of Earth
How?
by creating and funding projects myself that have a direct effect on the global warming and stuff like that.
Well, good luck.
Thank you.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is white
Why?
because I'm dark, so it sits good on me. First of all,
Yeah.
white represents peace. It represents like all colors. No, white is no colors.
I don't know. I think it's everything and nothing together.
Yeah, sound like this.
Who do you dedicate this episode to?
I want to dedicate the episode first and foremost to God for being there for me in his day off. Even though I've been a naughty boy sometimes, he keeps on bringing me blessings and keeping me safe. And I want to my mom and my dad and my family, which I love.
And what song do you want to finish this episode with?
I Gave You Power by Nas.
Okay. I'll put a link for the song in the description of the episode so y'all can have a listen to it.
Thank you very much, Tal.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story. And, it's amazing. And I'm so happy we got to know each other. Me and Tal met at a party about 2 months ago, a month and a half ago. And, we connected, and I'm really happy to have met you. And I'm really happy.
I met a hero.
I met a hero too. And, I thank you for your time and for this episode, and for hosting me here in your house and bringing me tea with honey.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Tal.
Thank you for doing it.
Thank you for listening to this episode. Sadly, this will be the last English episodes, at least in the near future, but I hope to do it again. I gave you 3 episodes of 3 different stories. My story from Gaza, Sal's story from Lebanon, and now Tal, who has been in the Nova. I hope this kind of gets you a little more into the situation that we are in, and you feel more connected. And I hope you like the stories. If you like this episode, share these stories. I did this episodes in English so that people of the world could listen and be a part and understand what the people of Israel are going through. So please, if you liked it, just send it to a person you think he'd like it, and spread the word. Don't forget to press the bell to get notifications when new episodes come out, and you're invited to come and follow on Instagram, Heroes of Israel 24, and you're invited to write about anything you think can help the podcast. I was Dvir Fisher, Tal Avni with me. See you in 5. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.